Listen to the forest and the tale that is sung. Your adventures have just begun. A place where heroes are truly blessed. Welcome to Evermeadow. What is your quest?
Santara and Evreese, it's amazing how you both continue to glide like that on your toes. Let's see what's going on. Looks like Volrog found a set of boot prints leading away from the Travan Farms towards Castletown. The first tangible track for them to follow on horseback. Finding guards standing outside the kingdom's gates, they learned that whoever this was must have slipped through the crowd before Blossom Day and may have something to do with the missing persons poster they had to erect recently. Strange things are afoot in Evermeadow. Thankfully, though, my clever disciples took to the streets, Volrog to the park, and Cor to the first address written down to investigate. She went to the home of Claire Green, which was strangely absent of life or even struggles, but she will do right by the neighbor who misses her friend. Volrog found a confused-looking old man who was expecting to find his grandson and his family, the Shays. When he used his soul-seeking powers, he peered into a place both so far away and yet so close. And Ian seems to have been transformed into an undead monstrosity in a place the Goliath only vaguely remembers in his nightmares and memories. You'll have to excuse me. Devil Daddy has work to do. I'll take it from here, your divine dukeness. You got this, Slip and Slide. So, after agreeing to find Ian Shay and his family, as well as finding Claire Green, we found a guard posting a new poster that made us sick to our stomach. That's right, the most bodacious Leif Bushson was missing. This naturally compelled Volrog to seek him out with his powers as well, which gave him horrible visions in reverse of Leif's kidnapping, being taken from the leafy greens with a burlap sack over his head with one eye hole occasionally lighting up. He was brought into a two-story manor in the southeast district, between Savory and Sweet, and the mercantile shop generally helpful. The only thing that made it noteworthy was a brick chimney versus the stone ones around it. He was then tied up in a bloody basement along with other victims, with a small pit of fire in the center. We busted in on the scene and rescued Leif and Claire, although not without parts of them missing internally, as well as the dismembered torsos of presumably the Shay family. And notably, no Ian! My bodacious babe made sure to patch Leif and Claire up so that I could take them to safety and see if I can grow Leif a new gallbladder. He did mention that this manor used to belong to Mr. Body, but none of his belongings are here anymore. Poor guy was probably dealt with in the middle of the night. But no time for that now! Our pally pal found a secret passageway in the basement and charged forth through sewer tunnels to pursue this little sicko. At the center of the sewer, he happened to spy Abysmal collecting the sewer water and its contents to transform it into some rainbow liquid. It sure looks familiar. Ah well, no time for that now. Abysmal pointed Volrog in the direction of the culprit like the good bud he is. And now, it seems that this chode is trapped in some other basement, locked down by Volrog's magnified gravity and zone of truth incantations. Time to answer for their crimes and find out who the suspect of this murder mystery is. But our Dark Lord calls to us, asking to summon myself, Cor, Evreese, and Santara to Volrog's side, since he is occupied in other matters. Well, the time has come. The Paladin has asked you a question. Why are you killing all these people?
Why? Would you deny someone with avoidant restrictive food intake disorder their meal? Their pound of flesh, as it were? Well, that's not the case. But mankind is the tastiest of delicacies, and mortals are the only thing I eat. The innocent are so enticing, sweeter than anything Mrs. Lovett could bake, their souls lamenting their descent below. And the sinners? Each shameful little deed is like seasoning on a fine steak. It was somewhere in between the two I tasted nearly a decade ago, when I was trapped with my family in our ancestral home after the monstrous races of Bloodfire Ravine destroyed its foundations, causing it to collapse on us. We were left with no exit, no escape, no food. Our sickly skin pulled taut against our withered muscles as the end was on the horizon. I think it was about this time that I realized I wasn't a quitter, and while my hands were weak, my teeth were not. Can you say you keep your family with you at all times? You are what you eat, after all. If that is so, I am more human, elf, gnome, Goliath, harpy, etc. than anyone else. My master thinks so too. That's why he keeps sending me back to Lima to raise hell every time they bring me low. You won't be the first chaps to add a sinful notch in your belts, even if you call it justice. And you won't be the last. Oh, maybe you will. I am but an agent of the end, much like your master, and as long as he is chained to the true god of this world, you'll find his, wither won't affect me like you think it will. If only there was a way to free that skinny chap. Oh, I love the snarls in your faces, the anger in your eyes. Let those hormones and adrenaline rage unchecked. It'll make this meal so much more complete. I killed all these people to give the devil his due for my bloody return each time. And I've met my quota, so that just makes you desserts.